All right, you're welcome once again to this second part. Like I was saying earlier on, we have three main groups, under which you can actually find the cards to purchase. So once you click on each of these cards, the card is going to give you two elements of information. The first one is the quantity of coins you will need to burn or you need to spend to purchase that card. Secondly, you will have information that has to do with the quantity of coins that particular card which you are purchasing in question is going to be producing for you every passing hour. So here is how you do the analysis. If I see a particular card which I will need to spend, let's say 1,000, or rather 121,590, coins to purchase. And let's assume, because this one is a picture, so there's no way I can click on this one for us to see the exact quantity of coins that will be produced. Let's assume that the coins that this card will be producing for me is 200. Let's say the card is going to be producing 200 coins for me. Then if I do the calculations, if I multiply 200 by 24 hours in a day, so once you do the mathematics, you will now be able to have an idea that every passing day, this is the quantity of coins that I'm actually receiving that are generated for me by this particular card which I purchased. What if I now have the possibility to purchase this card 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 10 times? If you look here, for instance, you see 11th level on this card, which means this person was able to purchase this card 11 times. He has been able to purchase the card 11 times. But that does not necessarily mean that each time the person was doing the purchase of the card, the person spent 121,590. No, that's not what it means. Maybe this amount, when the person was still on the first level, maybe the quantity of coins that the person burned was just 2,000. So once you keep buying the coins, on regular basis, the more you buy the coins, the more expensive, or rather, the more you buy the card in question, the more expensive is the price of the card. Because summarily, in principle, equally means that the more you are spending to purchase a card, the more coins also that the card too has the possibility to be generating. Unfortunately, it's not always like that. It's not always like that. That's why I say it's a little bit tricky. There are instances where you can spend, let's say, 50,000 to purchase this card, and then you realize that the card, after purchasing it for 50,000, the card is producing, let's say, 200 coins for you. By the time you are purchasing the card again for the second time, you will realize that the cost of the card has increased, maybe from 50,000 to 75,000. Then you check the quantity of coin, because in principle, you'll be thinking that since the purchase price has gone up, definitely the hourly production also should go up. But it is not always like that. You can be confronted with a situation whereby the price of the card goes up, but the profit per hour that the card is going to give you is instead reducing, instead goes below. So if you spend 50,000 and you purchase this card the first time, the card is producing, let's say, 200 coins to you. Then you want to purchase the card again for the second time. You realize that you are going to spend, let's say, 10,000 coins to purchase that same card. And then when you check the profit per hour, it is instead showing you 50 coins. So what do you do in that case? It means that that is a bad time to purchase. That's not a good purchase. What do? Don't purchase this card. Simply move. In fact, check all the other cards which are highlighted that are giving you the possibility to purchase. When I say a card which is highlighted, it simply means that. Now, take a look at this card here on this other section. You will see that there's a certain lock on this card, which means you don't have the possibility to purchase this card. It's impossible. For you to buy this card, you must look for means to remove this lock. So this one does not have a lock. Every other card here is not containing a lock, which means you have the possibility to buy any of these cards that don't contain locks. So you can actually get to purchase them. Now, what I'm trying to say in essence is, for you to purchase a certain card, you might see all of them highlighted like this, giving you the possibility to purchase, but don't just go ahead and, concentrate yourself on trying to purchase all of the cards because you see all of them highlighted. No, that's not how to do it. If you want to do it that way, then you end up squandering your coins and you get your profit per hour will be very small, extremely very small, because you have not done the calculations well. Now, this is how you should do it. Now, with this person, the person has been able to purchase, most of these cards several times. You see here, it is showing 11th level, means he has purchased 11 times. This one is showing 9, means he has purchased 9 times. This one is 8. This one, for instance, is 5. This one, for instance, is 5. This one is 3. This one is 6. This one is 6. This one is 6. Now, you definitely would have noticed that there is some disparities with the number of times that certain cards have been purchased. All the cards have not been purchased, on an even basis or on an even number of times. For instance, this one has been purchased 11 times. You should be asking yourself, how comes this person purchased this one 11 times? Look at this one too. The person has purchased it 11 times. This one too 11 times. This one just 9 times. This one just 8 times. So why would the person purchase this one 11 times and then would skip over these ones and then purchases this one again 11 times? Same with this one. And yet, these other ones, this one is just 9 times. This one 8 times. This one just 5 times. Remember, all of these cards are under the group technology. These ones here are showing under the group lifestyle. So these are the cards under lifestyle. If you keep scrolling and going below, you see many more cards below. So here, this person has purchased this card 5 times. Here, just 3 times. Here, 6 times. Here, 6 times. Here, 6 times. So you see that this one has been purchased a lesser number of times. Why? This is somebody who is doing the calculations. Like I said, you don't just purchase cards because you see them highlighted. No. This is how you should look at it. The first thing that should attract you to the purchase of a card is the number of coins that you need to spend to purchase a card in question. So if I were you, what I would do is I'll always concentrate myself below here. Look at these prices here. This one will need to spend 121,000, or rather, yes, 121,000 and something. This one will need to spend 101,000. This one will need to spend 89,000. This one will need to spend 102,000, 111,000, 105,000. This one too, the same. If you check their price, you see the same. So if I concentrate on this one, for instance, I'm trying to make a decision. Which one will require me to spend a lesser amount of coins? Is this one, 89.29. So what do I do? Since I have just 89.29 to spend here, I will now click on it to verify now the second parameter. What is now the second parameter? Even though this one requires just a smaller amount of coins, but let me check also that even if I spend just a small number of coins, what is the profit that the card itself is going to give me? Because I might check and realize that even the profit itself, you know, after spending 89.29 thousand coins, I realize that the profit here is just maybe 5 coins. Then when I come back to check the next card in terms of, you know, the amount of coins you will spend, which is this one. If I check here, which is up to 101 point something. Let's say if I click on this one and I realize that the profit per hour of this card is, let's say, 200. If it's, let's say, 200 coins per hour, or let's even take 100, if it is 100 coins per hour. And then this one, which is asking me to spend just 89,000 something, and then it's giving me just 5 coins per hour. You will definitely see that this one is not a good choice. You cannot make this one a good choice, because you have to spend, right, in fact, up to 89,000 something to get just maybe 5 coins produced, you know, for you every passing hour. Whereas this one, though it is huge, you have to spend this 101,000 because you know that the profit per hour too is higher. So that's how you need to do the comparative analysis. Don't just buy cards for the sake of buying. So you have done the comparative analysis for this one and this one. Means that you have just done a comparative analysis for these two. It shouldn't end there. Now, though this one is showing, you know, up to 121, but also check the profit per hour. What is this one offering as a profit per hour? Is it worth you burning up to 121 point, you know, 59,000, you know, coins to purchase it? So you have to first of all check like that before you know the order to follow in fact, in purchasing the cards. So in purchasing the cards, you should follow a systematic order. And those are the 2 parameters that should guide you on the purchase. First, the quantity of coins to spend. Secondly, the profit per hour that you're going to be getting from each of these cards. And like I said, you can purchase each card several times. But remember, each time you purchase a card, there is a countdown. So you have to wait till that countdown goes down to 0 before you have the possibility to purchase that card again. For instance, look at this one. The person who purchased this one, you realize that this is the countdown in here. So the person has to wait for 7 hours, 47 minutes, and 43 seconds to have the possibility to purchase this card again. So that's the only price you have to pay, is that waiting time. That's why you need to be doing the purchases on regular basis. Once this one goes right to the end, make sure that you follow up. If you think that in your judgment, it shows that you should purchase this card again, do the purchase immediately. Don't waste time. Because the higher the frequency at which you are purchasing the cards, the longer to be the time you will have to wait before you get to purchase the card again. So it is like that. So you must always be shuttling between this group of cards and this one, and of course this one. Now under lifestyle, I've shown you a certain number of cards here. If you click to under business, you see also another set of cards under business. So it's like that. Then there is also something you will probably notice, which I mentioned in passing. You know, I said there are some of these cards which have locks on them. When you see a card with a lock on it like this, what does it mean? It simply means that you are not qualified yet to purchase that card. Now you'll be asking, what does it take for you to qualify to purchase that card? Just before I show you, now, excuse me, let us go to business, the group of business. Under business, these are examples of some of the cards that you will find there. So you simply apply the same approach, which I already talked about, you know, with the other groups. Apply the same approach to this one to know which card to buy and when to buy it and the number of times you should buy. Now, let us look at this one. I already made mention something about, you know, how to copy a referral link. I said you need to click on this tool, which is referred to as friends. So once you click on friends, you can be able to click on this button here and it will copy automatically what? Your referral link, which you can actually send to your friends for them to use and they sign up and get their own bonuses and so on. Then you have the possibility to track every person that has been able to click on your link. Anybody you share their link with, if the person has clicked on the link and sign up, you'll be able to see the person's name appearing on this dashboard. So if you scroll down, for example, for this person, if I had the possibility to scroll down, then I'll see the list of all the people who were able to click on his link or her link, you know, to be able to join this person. Now, here is a total of what? 38 persons. It means that in this person's team, the person was able to share the link to 38 persons, or maybe the person shared the link to more than 38 persons. But so far, only 38 persons have been able to click on the link to sign up. And you see that every time somebody actually clicked on the link and signed up, you see 5,000 coins here, 5,000, 5,000. All of them, you see 5,000, which means this one is a direct referral commission that this person whose link they are actually clicking on is actually receiving as a bonus. It's very, very, very important. So you see, it is even written here that once you invite a friend, you are going to get a commission of what? 5,000. This is for somebody who has just the normal Telegram. Because you have another version of the Telegram, which is called Telegram Premium. But that one, you can only buy it. So if you are somebody who has Telegram Premium, then for anybody you invite, once the person sign up, they will give you 25,000 coins. It's a way of the company trying to encourage people to purchase the Telegram Premium. So once you purchase it, your own referral commissions is always higher than somebody who has just a simple Telegram account. So it's as simple as that. Now, back to how to unlock the cards which are still locked or which still have locks on them. How do you get to unlock them? Very easy. Now I'm going to take a simple example. You see that these are examples. We are still under technology. You see that there are some cards, you know, in this particular category that still have these locks on them. Look at these locks here, which means this person, as of now, doesn't have the possibility to purchase any of these cards. Excuse me. So for the person to be able to remove these locks and have the possibility to purchase these cards, there's something the person needs to do. Now I'm going to take a very simple example. A very simple example. Assuming that this person wants to buy this card. Let me use this card as an example. If the person wants to buy this card and the card still has a lock on it, for the person to be able to remove this lock and then go ahead to purchase this card, if you check below here, just check at the bottom. In fact, this footnote here, what do you read here? You will definitely see it is written here, Bull's TikTok channel. Then you see 10, LVL. LVL means level 10. In fact, it stands for level, which means this 10 LVL means level 10. What does that mean? It therefore means that for this person to be able to remove this lock, the person will need to check for the card that has the name Bull's TikTok channel and click on that card 10 times. Once the person clicks on this particular card 10 times, then this lock will be removed. And once the lock is removed, then this person will have the possibility to purchase this card. Now, if it is this card, for instance, to remove this lock, the person needs to go and identify the card written on it, porte-monnaie, with money. The person needs to go and identify the card and click on it how many times? 13 times. In other words, the person needs to buy the card 13 times. Once the person is able to do that, then this lock will be removed. But you'll be asking yourself, is it really worth it for you to go and spend time purchasing this card 13 times just because you want to purchase this card? Because remember, each time you are purchasing the card, there's a certain quantity of coins that you have to burn. So are you really prepared to burn, you know, such quantities of coins up to 13 times just because you want to open this card? That's if your objective is just the fact that you want to open the lock. But if your objective is that you are buying cards because you need to be benefiting from the early production of the cards, But if your objective is just that you want to remove this lock from here, and then you concentrate on clicking this on this card 13 times, what if you click on the card at some point and it shows that the profit per hour that you get from there is just 1 coin? You see, you'll be written there that if you spend, let's say, 10,000 coins to buy this particular card, you get only 1 coin to this per hour, and you go ahead to click on it. Maybe when you click on it, the next time you are clicking, it shows that you will now be making but 20 coins per hour. You still click on it. The next time you click, you realize that you'll be making just 0.5 coins per hour. You still click on it, maybe burning up to 10,000 or 11,000 or 15,000. It means that your target is this particular lock. It means that you're concentrating on the removing this lock. But at the end of the day, after removing the lock, of what benefit is that going to be for you? Maybe when you remove the lock and you try to buy the card, you click on it and then you realize that the card is going to be giving you just 1 coin per hour. You see that it doesn't make sense. You have lost how many coins just because you are putting your focus on the removing this lock. So don't do that. Don't focus on trying to remove the lock. Focus on trying to buy the card so much so that you benefit from what? From the early production. Then maybe, since your focus is on the, is concentrated on the early production, as you keep purchasing that card severally, by some means, it will definitely get to open other locks on other cards. For instance, let me use this one as an example. Assuming that I want to buy this particular card with the name NFT. I want to buy NFT. Now, it still has a lock. For me to remove this lock, I need to go and identify the card called Bull's TikTok channel. I need to buy it 10 times. So I have to start searching. I have to search in here. If I search all of these cards here under this category of technology, if I don't find this particular card with this name, Bull's TikTok channel, then I need to move to the next category, which is lifestyle. Okay, this is the category of business here, for instance. If I click on the category of business, no, let's go now. Let me check. No, let's check from lifestyle first of all. If I come under lifestyle here, if I check here, just to see whether I'll be able to find, Okay, it's not here. Wait, let's see. We are trying to identify where we'll find the card with the name Bull's TikTok. Okay, let's go down. Let's check here if we'll find it here. Bull's TikTok. It's not here. Let me go down, for instance. Oh, I'm not sure that it's here. Bull's TikTok. Bull's TikTok. Bull's TikTok. Okay, good. Now, if you check here, this is Bull's TikTok. This is the card with the name Bull's TikTok. Remember, for us to remove this lock from this NFT card, we need to click on Bull's TikTok. How many times? 10 times. So this is Bull's TikTok here. So I have to click on this Bull's TikTok 11 times. Unfortunately, I also realized that Bull's TikTok still has a lock also on it, which means that I still don't also have the possibility to remove this lock. Or I still don't have the possibility to purchase this card rather, because it still has a lock. So I have to first of all look for means, excuse me, to remove this lock from it before I have the possibility to purchase it now 10 times so as to remove this other lock. So for me to remove this lock on it, I need to go and click on the card with the name Smart Blockchain. How many times? 15 times. So I need to go and click on this card 15 times just to open this lock, Bull's TikTok. And once the lock is open, then I'll need to buy it how many times? 10 times. I need to buy it 10 times in order to open this lock. Now you see the procedure. Now let us go and try to identify where we will find this particular Smart Blockchain card that we'll need to purchase 15 times just to remove this lock. Now, if I go down, let's check here, for instance. That is, what's the name of the card? That is a Smart Blockchain. Now, if you check in here, good, this is where you have Smart Blockchain. What do you realize? It also has a card on it, which means I have to look for means to remove this lock, or rather, it has a lock on it, not a card. It also has a lock on it, which I must remove before I start clicking on it a number of times to go and open, the blockchain, or rather, to go and open this one, to open this Bull's TikTok. Before, I will now be able to click on the Bull's TikTok 10 times just to open this particular card, or rather, this particular lock, because I want to have access to this card. Now, let's go back. So here, we have just realized that we need to click on Smart Blockchain, the card Smart Blockchain. How many times? 15 times just to remove this lock. Now, we have identified that the smart blockchain itself is here. It is still locked. Now, for us to remove this lock from here, we need to go and identify the card with the name shoes. And we click on it how many times? 6 times. Just to remove this lock. Now, if we come here, maybe under lifestyle, we'll discover that that card is there, shoes. It does not have a lock. So I will need to click on this card how many times? 6 times. Once I do that, then I would have removed this lock. And once this lock is removed, I will need to click on the lock. How many times? That's the lock on the card smart blockchain. Now, the smart blockchain, which we saw here, that we need to click on that smart blockchain how many times? 15 times before this lock will disappear from Bull's TikTok. Now, once the lock has been removed, remember our objective is to buy this card. And the card requires us to click on Bull's TikTok how many times? 10 times. Means I would have removed this one by clicking on it, on this one, on this smart blockchain how many times? 15 times to remove this lock, which I will now have to click on the card how many times? 10 times to be able to remove this lock from this one before I can now have the possibility to buy this NFT card. So you see the procedure. That's the procedure you have to follow to buy other cards. So if there's a particular card which has a lock in it, on it, and you are interested in buying that card, just check at the bottom. You see the card which you have to buy a certain number of times in order to remove the lock. But like I said here, since we're not dealing with combos yet, we don't have combos yet. As of now, there are no combos. So don't be chasing locks. Don't chase cards with locks. Don't do that. Just be purchasing the cards that are already open to you. By you buying those cards a certain number of times, you eventually, through some means, get to open other cards that we see having locks on them so that you can continue buying them. But your focus should not be chasing after cards with locks because you want to remove the locks. No. Once we have maybe a combo option, that's if eventually the company will bring it. If the company eventually brings it, then maybe if there are 3 cards that are involved in the combo that you want to benefit from for that particular day, and maybe some of the cards or one of the cards has a lock on it, then you can start looking for means to remove that lock. But until then, do not run after cards with locks. Don't. It's not advantageous to you. Now, most importantly, these are some details that you need to understand, that we are actually going somewhere, because at the end of it, like I said, if you keep amassing coins here, it is not helping you in any way. What the company is going to consider in giving you exchange tokens is this quantity of coins that you are earning per hour. It's not the quantity of coins that you have in your coin balance. So always make sure that you use your coin balance to purchase these cards. And each time you are purchasing a card, the profit per hour on that card will add itself to this one. You see, for instance, this person already has 75,246 46 coins produced for him or her every passing hour. This is the parameter that the company is going to look at. They are not going to look at the number of coins that you have in your back office. It's not that. That's why it is absolutely imperative for you to be purchasing these cards. Concentrate on purchasing the cards. It's going to help you. That's what